I created a 4-division Super League, but every single club and every single player is 1 overall. This Super League features 92 of the biggest clubs, but every single one of them stinks.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, every single player on every single club is 1 rated. And we will go season by season, see who wins some trophies, see who gets relegated, see who gets promoted. Maybe a massive club like Real Madrid sinks all the way down to the 4th division. I mean, every single club starts out equal. Anything's possible. Now, before we get into the seasons, guys, I just want to show you the 4 divisions and all the clubs that are participating. There's also a little catch, by the way. Although every single club in this 4-division Super League is starting out at 1 overall, every single player actually has the potential of 99. So even if a club starts out in division number 4, if they have good youngsters with good potential that can grow really fast, maybe in 2 or 3 seasons, they can be all the way up at the top. Now, I made these divisions based on the actual FC25 rankings, and also I mixed in a little bit of how the club is actually performing in real life. So there are some clubs in here that you may not necessarily would see in a Super League, but because they're doing well IRL, they're here. These are your 24 League 2 clubs, aka the 4th division. It is Osasuna, it is Dynamo Kiev and Everton, Augsburg, Basel, Ferencvaros, Girona, Hajduk Split, Genk, Panathinaikos, Celta Vigo, Lens, Mallorca, Rayo Vallecano, Sturm Graz, Sevilla, Slavia Praha, Stade Brestois, Strasbourg, Hoffenheim, Union Berlin, Valencia, West Ham, and Wolves. It is a very random Super League division, but it also looks like it would be extremely competitive, especially because all the clubs are rated 1. Who's getting promoted out of this one? Moving up to the 3rd division, and it gets even better. FSV Mainz, Athens, Bournemouth, Ajax, Besiktas and Bologna, Brentford, Celtic, Club Brugge, Crystal Palace, Djurgardens is here. Remember I said some very, very random clubs. Well, Djurgardens is in the semi-final of the Conference League, so we had to put him in here, right? Then it is FC Copenhagen, Bodo Glimt, also another Europa League semi-finalist, Fulham, Olympiacos, Royal Union Saint-Gilloise, who's having a wonderful season in Belgium, RB Salzburg, Rangers, Freiburg, Werder Bremen, Stade Rennais, Torino, Stuttgart, and Wolfsburg. The 2nd division, aka the championship, where it gets even better. It is Monaco, it is Roma, Athletic Club Bilbao, Atalanta, and Brighton and Porto, Feyenoord, Fiorentina, Eintracht Frankfurt, Galatasaray, Lille, and Lazio, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Nottingham Forest, Nice, Lyon, Marseille, PSV, Real Betis, another Conference League semi-finalist, Real Sociedad, Benfica, Napoli, Sporting, and Villarreal. I don't know, man. The championship, it looks very difficult, but also as entertaining as it could get. And then we got the Premier League, the top 20 clubs. It is Arsenal, Aston Villa, Atletico Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, Chelsea, Barca, Bayern Munich, Fenerbahce, Juventus, Leverkusen, Liverpool, Inter Milan, Man United, Man City, AC Milan, Newcastle, PSG, Leipzig, Real Madrid, and Tottenham. 3 of these clubs will be relegated to the 2nd division after season 1. That's mental. Now you know the clubs and where they're all starting out. So let's go to the end of season 1. This is going to become an absolute mess, and we love it. The inaugural season of our 1 overall Super League has come to an end, my friends, and there are 3 trophies up for grabs. Obviously, the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup. But we're gonna start in League 2 to see who's getting promoted into the 3rd division. Genk, it is Hajduk Split, and it is Strasbourg. Look at the seasons that Genk and Hajduk Split had. 113 points, 106 points, and 92 points. One of Sturm Graz, Basel, Valencia, or Panathinaikos will also go up. Everton and West Ham finished in 18th and 19th. This will get absolutely random, my friends. From League 1 going up to the 2nd division, the championship, Club Brugge and Olympiacos, and one of Rangers, FC Copenhagen, Besiktas, or Celtic. This is the rest of the table. Bodo and Djurgardens, they stay in League 1. So does Stuttgart, so does Fulham, so does Freiburg, but unfortunately, Bournemouth. It's always Bournemouth, man. No matter any video that we make, even when they're the same rating as every other club, they're still getting relegated. Bologna, surprisingly, Brentford, and Athens. From the championship going up to the Premier League, it will be Sporting and Roma, and one of Lazio, Porto, Galatasaray, or Marseille. This is the rest of the table. Gladbach is there. They survived. Lille survived. Athletic Club Bilbao, third division club. Real Betis gets relegated, and so does Brighton. And now the Premier League, the first trophy award, it goes to Bayer Leverkusen, guys. 73 points over Man City, over Bayern Munich, over Barcelona. Inter and Juventus 5 and 6. PSG and Dortmund round off the top 8. The rest of the table looks like this. Now, who is getting relegated? Yo, we said Real Madrid at the start of the video might end up somewhere on the bottom, but Liverpool and Arsenal as well. Dude, this is the best. This is insane. How did Liverpool manage only 5 wins? I guess not that great of a youth system, not that good player growth. What's crazy is that even though Bayern won the league, they still conceded 50 goals in 38 matches. They conceded the same amount of goals as Real Madrid, but Real Madrid got relegated. 2 more trophies to award in season 1, and remember that all the clubs in every division participate in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, so we might have some very unlikely and random winners. The FA Cup semi-finals in season 1. Benfica versus Galatasaray. Ajax versus RB Salzburg. The final, it was Galatasaray versus Ajax. Ajax won the FA Cup. And now the Carabao Cup. Bayern Munich versus RB Salzburg once again. Salzburg made 2 semi-finals in the first season, and then it was Genk versus the relegated Athletic Club Bilbao. The final, Salzburg versus Genk. Genk won the Carabao Cup, guys. We're gonna go to the end of season 2 where clubs are gonna start moving up and down the tables even more. And yes, after a couple of seasons, we're gonna check in on a few squads as well. Season 2 of our 1-rated Super League has finally come to an end as well, my friends. And in League 2, it will be Basel, Ferencvaros, and actually Stade Brestois that go up. Basel with an extremely phenomenal season. 101 goals, 113 points. Their players are obviously growing very fast. Girona, Sturm Graz, Brentford, or Panathinaikos will also go up, while Sevilla and Bournemouth and Arsenal and Osasuna, Bologna, Everton, Union Berlin, and Slavia Praha, they're all staying down in League 2. West Ham finished in 21st, Athens in 22nd, and Wolves in 23rd. From League 1 going up to the Championship, we have RB Salzburg and Ajax automatically getting promoted. RB Salzburg and Ajax, very good seasons. Strasbourg, Brighton, Werder Bremen, or Wolfsburg, one of them will also go up. Hajduk Split came up, and they actually finished in 7th place. It's very good. Bodo Glimt is staying up there as well. Besiktas and Djurgardens. Real Betis, the relegated Real Betis, they finished in 15th. This is the rest of the table. There goes Freiburg. There goes Mainz. There goes Fulham to League 2, and Genk. The Carabao Cup winners are relegated. From the Championship going up to the top division to play with the big boys, it's Fiorentina, it's PSV, and one of Feyenoord, Monaco, Arsenal, or Liverpool. This is the rest of the table. Where is Real Madrid? In 17th place, only above Villarreal, Olympiacos, Copenhagen, and Napoli that survived, while Lazio, Lyon, and Forest, they do not. Forest got relegated on goal difference, only 1 goal behind Napoli. And now it's to the Premier League. Look who it is. Oh my goodness. It's another German club, but it's not Bayern Munich. It's RB Leipzig. Yes, we had Leverkusen in season 1, Leipzig in season 2, and they crushed it. 93 points. Sporting in 2nd. Sporting! They got promoted and they finished in 2nd place. Bayern in 3rd, Chelsea in 4th, Leverkusen dropped to 5th. This is the rest of the table. Man City is mid-table. Inter Milan is down there. Who got relegated? It's Fenerbahce, it's Newcastle, and it's Atletico Madrid. The FA Cup, it was Leipzig versus AC Milan, Bayern Munich versus PSV, the semi-finals. The final, Leipzig versus Bayern, an all-German final. And Leipzig did the double. Is RB Leipzig becoming a giant? This is actually crazy. The Carabao Cup, Sporting versus Rangers. RB Salzburg is in another semi-final, and they won it over AC Milan, who was again in another semi-final. They were in the FA Cup semi-final, in the Carabao Cup semi-final. The final, Salzburg versus Rangers, another Red Bull club. They won the Carabao Cup. We had Red Bull Leipzig win the Prem, Red Bull Leipzig win the FA Cup, and Red Bull Salzburg win the Carabao Cup. Red Bull domination in season 2. What is so special about Red Bull only after 2 seasons? Well, they got Shadail Bichiabu. He's already 26 overall. Fernando Diquez, is that how you say his last name? He's 45 rated already. TDM Gomes, 37. Nuha Jata, 20 years old, 32. Timo Kohler is 27 overall already. Antonio Nusa is absolutely frying, man. 30 overall. Moriba is 25. Uedrago is 33 rated. The 19-year-old Robert Ramsak is already 38 overall too. Even Xavi Simons is 26. And yes, Benjamin Sheshko, he's growing nicely as well. 28 rated striker only after 2 seasons. RB Leipzig, man, they might be that team that takes over after season 3. Let's see what happens at the end of season 3. Is Red Bull creating a dynasty? Well, in League 2, it is Bournemouth, yes, going up. They got promoted with RC Lens, and Sturm Graz actually is also going up to League 1. One of Genk, Mallorca, Freiburg, or Panathinaikos will go up. Bologna and Everton are struggling. Not good youth academies, obviously. Dynamo Kiev is there. Osasuna, Slavia Praha, Sevilla, and Brentford. Fulham and West Ham in 18th and 19th. Athens finished all the way in 21st, guys. From League 1 to the Championship, Strasbourg. Yes, lots of very exciting players. They're making some strides into the 2nd division. Crystal Palace is going up as well. One of Wolfsburg, FC Basel, yeah, Brighton, maybe Stuttgart, Djurgardens, a very respectable 7th place finish, doing not too bad. Real Betis and Athletic Club Bilbao 9th and 10th. Valencia, Hajduk Split is staying in League 1. Celtic and Rangers are right beside each other. Girona, unfortunately, there goes Ferencvaros, there goes Besiktas, there goes Bodo Glimt from Norway, and Stade Brestois. Who is going up to the big boy league from the Championship? Borussia Mönchengladbach, and look who else, a Red Bull club. Red Bull Salzburg. Automatic promotion to the 1st division. Maybe Ajax, Arsenal, Nice, or Monaco will also join them. This is the rest of the table. Real Madrid is staying mid-table. So is Liverpool in the 2nd division. Newcastle and Atletico Madrid. My goodness, they're playing with fire, guys. They almost got relegated. Villarreal, Copenhagen, and the Greek side Olympiacos did go down. Look how many goals Fenerbahce conceded, by the way, and they stayed up. 101 goals. And now finally in the Premier League, we have a brand new winner. It is the French side, PSG, by 10 points over 3 German sides. Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, and RB Leipzig. Spurs and Man United. Kobe Mainoo probably growing pretty well. That's why Man United is in 6th place. Porto and Feyenoord all there as well. Juventus and Sporting, very respectable finish in 11th. Fiorentina came up and they stayed up, while Man City, they're toying with relegation, finishing in 16th. Inter Milan, the last team to avoid relegation. But who got relegated? Aston Villa, Chelsea, and PSV. Aston Villa, 3 wins out of 38 matches. In the FA Cup, we have some new finalists. Basel versus Inter, Ajax versus AC Milan. AC Milan seems to be making a lot of strides, going to several semifinals, but this time they won it, and they won the FA Cup as well, 2-1 over Basel. Very nice to see Basel go this deep, though. And the Carabao Cup, Mönchengladbach versus Inter, RC Lens versus Basel once again. Unfortunately, Basel didn't make the final this time. It was Borussia Mönchengladbach versus RC Lens, and Gladbach won the Carabao Cup, the 3rd trophy. Why is Basel doing so well after 3 seasons? Well, Jonas Ajete is 29 rated. Marvin Akahomen, 52 overall. Leon Avdullahu is 34. Arlet Junior Zay is only 21, but he's 50 rated already. Xherdan Shaqiri, he's still 1 overall. Just want to let you know. Gabriel Segura is 41, though. Marin Soticek is 35. And their goalkeeper, Tim Speicher, is 32. Keep your eye on FC Basel as we head to Season 4. Season 4, how's Basel doing? How are the Red Bull Academies doing? Let's get into it. Well, in League 2, going up to League 1, it is Brentford, it is the German club Mainz, and it is finally Bologna with one of Kiev, Sevilla, Bodo Glimt, or Augsburg. This is the rest of the table. Fulham is still struggling. So is Everton. So is Besiktas. They got relegated and stayed in League 2. West Ham haven't even come close to a promotion spot. Neither have Wolves. League 1 to the championship. We asked how Basel is doing. Look at that. RC Lens is first, and Basel gets automatic promotion to the championship. Hajduk Split making some strides. Genk, Copenhagen, or Athletic Club Bilbao will also go up. Bournemouth in 7th. Brighton and Stuttgart and Forest are there. Djurgårdens are still in League 1. Rangers and Celtic were right beside each other, even on the same amount of points, even same amount of wins and draws and losses, same amount everything. Rangers and Celtic. Real Betis not doing too well. Who got relegated? Olympiacos. What a fall off for Olympiacos. What a fall off for Villarreal as well. Valencia and Torino will join them. From the championship going up to the Premier League. Oh my goodness. Even more clubs with young and promising players. Werder Bremen and Strasbourg. That's right. Werder Bremen and Strasbourg are going up to the big boy league. One of Real Madrid, Frankfurt, Nice, or Wolfsburg. Ajax in 7th. Marseille in 8th. 9th and 10th go to Palace and Arsenal. There has been Benfica and Bruges and Napoli and Lille and Villa in 15th. Liverpool in 16th place, man. Chelsea and Newcastle 18th and 19th. PSV is down there as well. Atalanta avoid relegation. Oh my gosh, what a drop off for Atletico Madrid. Started in the Prem, and in season 5 they'll be playing 3rd division football. Real Sociedad, Fenerbahce as well started in the Prem, just like Atleti. And then the Premier League, we have a back-to-back winner. It's PSG once again, over Bayer Leverkusen, over RB Salzburg. What a run they've been on. Oh my goodness. Spurs 4th place, Feyenoord in 5th. This is the rest of the table. RB Leipzig dropped to 10th, but they're still staying a very competitive Prem side. Barca and Man United stay alive. So does Roma, so does Dortmund, so does City, and so does Fiorentina. But both Milan clubs get relegated, and FC Porto. Inter Milan only managed 40 goals and conceded 74. The FA Cup. You can't make this stuff up, man. Inter versus Aston Villa. PSG versus Juventus. The relegated Inter Milan. They won the FA Cup. So in season 3, we had AC Milan win the FA Cup, and then they got relegated in season 4. And in season 4, it's Inter that wins the FA Cup, and they also got relegated at the same time. And now the Carabao Cup, my friends. Spurs versus Villarreal, a relegated side, Villarreal. Leverkusen versus Juventus, 2 semifinals for Juventus in this video. The final, Leverkusen versus Villarreal, and it was Bayer Leverkusen. As we head to season 5, we have Strasbourg and Werder Bremen going up to the Premier League. We have Basel making a run. We have RB Salzburg cooking. What will happen in the 5th season of the Super League? The start of season 5, where we see Slavia Praha, Torino, and Besiktas go back up to League 1 with one of Villarreal, Olympiacos, who has been struggling, Osasuna, or Stade Brestois. This is the rest of the table. Fulham, Athens, Union Berlin, West Ham. That's just not good enough. League 1 to the 2nd division. Athletic Club Bilbao. Yes, they're going back up to where they started with Genk and maybe Forest, maybe Union Saint-Gilloise, maybe Sturm Graz, Celtic, and Brentford misses out. Djurgårdens once again finishes in the top half, but just can't get into those promotion spots. Real Betis and Brighton are down there. So is Stuttgart. Bodo Glimt in 14th. Atletico Madrid is falling badly, guys. 17th place in the 3rd division. Bologna is down there. Bournemouth. Every time, man. Bournemouth. Fenerbahce. The cycle is complete. Fenerbahce will be playing 4th division football in season 6. But from the championship going up to the Premier League, Ajax. Yes, and PSV. Yes, 2 Dutch clubs neck and neck. 99 points, 98 points. Hajduk Split in 3rd place. Maybe they'll go up. Maybe Benfica, RC Lens, or Basel. Basel in a playoff spot. This is the rest of the table, with Lille and Arsenal and Palace still being mid-table. Newcastle is mid-table. Liverpool and Gala and Chelsea not doing well. Neither is Club Bruges. AC Milan, they barely avoid relegation. Aston Villa avoid avoids relegation, but Inter, Real Madrid, and Napoli do not. Real Madrid and Inter Milan, they have fallen off, guys. 85 goals allowed by Inter, man. And now the Premier League. Holy moly. I don't know how to tell you this again, guys. It's not PSG. It's Werder Bremen. They got promoted. And look at the season they had. 24, 12, and 2 on 84 points. Clear of everyone. PSG in second, Leverkusen in third. The German clubs, man, they deliver. Wolfsburg in fourth, Strasbourg in fifth, Dortmund in sixth. The top six was 2 French clubs and 4 German clubs. That is actually wild. This is the rest of the table. RB Salzburg in 12th place. Monaco and Sporting and City and Feyenoord are there as well. That's the end of one of Red Bull's academies. RB Leipzig, they got relegated. So did Barcelona, even more shocking, and Fiorentina as well. Your FA Cup semi-finals in season 5. Spurs versus Sporting, Copenhagen versus Leverkusen. Leverkusen's having a very, very good run in this video, absolutely. But they lost the final to Spurs. They won a trophy. And then the Carabao Cup. Look who's there once again. RB Salzburg and Borussia Dortmund. Besiktas surprisingly went to the last 4, and so did Bayern Munich. Man, German clubs are having a very good time in this vid, man. And the German club won it. Dortmund 2-1 over Besiktas. They won the Carabao Cup. In the first 5 seasons, as I'm looking at the table, we've had Bayer Leverkusen win trophies. We had Gladbach win a trophy. We had RB Leipzig win a trophy. We had Dortmund and even Werder Bremen. Like I said, German clubs are cooking, man. What is up with Werder Bremen anyways? Wesley Ade, he's 73 overall already. Isak Hansen Aroen, 63 overall. Leon Opitz, 65. Mick Schmetgens, I have no idea who this guy is, but he's a 70 rated center back after 5 seasons. Keke Top, 64. Patrice Kovic, 21-year-old central attacking midfielder. He's 74. But then they also got a couple of crazy regions. Marco Schuster is 93. And Frank Toure is 86. Some other random region, Lennart Meyer, 93 overall. And another Belgium region, Axel Marschall, 91 rated striker at 20 years old. Werder Bremen is actually looking insane. Season number 6, it will be FSV Mainz and Bournemouth and Villarreal that automatically get promoted into League 1, with Stade Brestois, Girona, Olympiacos, and Sevilla hoping to do the same. And from League 1 going up to the championship, hey, Real Madrid sunk, but at least they're trying to climb back up. They finished in second behind Slavia Praha, achieving automatic promotion, with Stuttgart, Djurgardens in 4th, Napoli in 5th, and Celtic also trying to get to the championship. Besiktas and Brighton and Rangers and all the other clubs are down there, including Inter Milano. Man, Inter is just, oh my gosh. And there's another one, Atletico Madrid. The cycle is complete, guys. Atletico Madrid in the 4th division, man. 36 points. From the championship going up to play in the Prem, it's 2 French clubs. Yes, it's Nice and Lens. Basel in a playoff. Frankfurt and Liverpool and Leipzig are also in a playoff. Forest and Palace are just on the outside looking in. Same with Arsenal and Barca and Chelsea, who are all playing 2nd division football. Fiorentina and Club Brugge, they avoid relegation. So does Aston Villa and Atalanta. So does Benfica. Now, Newcastle also avoids relegation, my friends, but Bilbao, AC Milan, and Galatasaray, they do not. And the Premier League, we've officially found our super team. It's Werder Bremen. 36-2, above Bayer Leverkusen, above PSG, above Dortmund, above Gladbach, above Strasbourg. Those are your 6 clubs, man. It's German clubs and French clubs. They are absolutely dominating. Spurs and Juve and Sporting and PSV and Bayern Munich are all there. Hajduk Split made it all the way up to the Prem, guys. Yes, they did, and they finished mid-table. What an achievement. What an accomplishment. Ajax also made it up. RB Salzburg made it up. Oh my gosh. Roma and Monaco. Man United. Manchester United. Oh gosh, man. It's championship club. The FA Cup. It was Leipzig versus AC Milan and Brentford versus Torino. And guess what? Torino, FA Cup champions. That is a very random one. But the Carabao Cup, we talked about German clubs. My goodness, look at it. It's dominated by German clubs, except Torino. Torino's having a very surprisingly good year, I guess, in season 6. Unfortunately, they did lose in the semifinals to Bayer Leverkusen. And the other semifinal, it was Bremen versus Dortmund. All German final. Dortmund versus Leverkusen. Bayer, another trophy. I think we gotta do at least one more season. We're off to season 7. All right, season 7. Would you look at that? It's Dynamo Kiev, Stade Brestois, and Valencia that are getting promoted into the 3rd division. And one of Girona, Bologna, Bodo Glimt, or maybe Atletico Madrid, who have just been so bad in this video. Same with Everton and Wolves. They just never got out, did they? Fenerbahce, 15th place in the 4th division. From League 1 going up to the championship, Djurgårdens from Sweden. Welcome to the 2nd division of football. What a season 2. Brighton as well. Athletic Club Bilbao trying to recover. Besiktas trying to recover. Celtic and Brentford also could go up. Inter Milan ended up staying in the 3rd division. So did Napoli. Real Betis is there. AC Milan finished in 19th place. Who got relegated? It is Bournemouth. Mainz, Villarreal, and Galatasaray all the way down to the 4th division. The championship, Monaco and Nottingham Forest. Yes, Stuttgart, Slavia Praha. What a run by Slavia Praha. I just noticed it. Liverpool and Man United, one of them would also go up. Man United stayed in the championship. Same with RB Leipzig, same with Chelsea, same with Marseille and Frankfurt, and Barcelona all the way in 13th place. Aston Villa in 17th, Club Brugge in 18th. Who got relegated? Arsenal. Oh my gosh, Arsenal almost went down. But the bottom relegation teams, they were just bad on another level. Porto, Fiorentina, and Atalanta, 4 wins each. Arsenal was in 21st and they were 20 points clear of Porto. Like, those 3 teams got relegated in like January. And yes, the German dynasty, guys, it's confirmed. The Premier League. Bremen, Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, those are your top 3. Spurs snuck into the 4th place somehow, but 5th was yet another German club. It was Dortmund. RB Salzburg in 6th, Ajax in 7th, and Hajduk Split. Extremely impressive. In 8th place in the Prem. Really established themselves after 7 seasons. Same with Wolfsburg, same with Strasbourg actually, and Borussia Mönchengladbach. Unfortunate. Oh, there they go. Manchester City, rock bottom in the Prem with RC Lens, and FC Basel also had a very, very nice run, but that was the end of the road for them in season 7 in the Premier League. The FA Cup, it was Sporting versus Monaco and Wolfsburg versus Dortmund, yet another 2 German clubs and a French club. The final, it was Sporting versus Wolfsburg, and Sporting actually won it. And then the Carabao Cup, nice to see Hajduk Split in the semi-final. Unfortunately, they lost to a German club, yes, and Brentford also in a semi-final. Unfortunately, they lost to a German club. All German final, Bayer Leverkusen won the Carabao Cup, and if we actually go all the way back, that is 5 seasons in a row that a German club won this competition. 3 times by Bayer Leverkusen, once by Dortmund, and once by Borussia Mönchengladbach. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in as always. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of the German domination. Werder Bremen, Bayer Leverkusen, Borussia Dortmund, Borussia Mönchengladbach. They were all fantastic. But so were a couple of French sides like PSG and Strasbourg. How about the runs by Hajduk Split, Basel, and RB Salzburg into the Premier League, and the downfalls of Atletico Madrid and Fenerbahce? Let me know what club you were cheering for and how your club did, and if you want to see this done when everyone is 99 overall. I think that would also be quite hilarious. I love you as always, guys. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay happy, stay healthy, always keep smiling, enjoy the day, the afternoon, or the evening, wherever you may be watching from, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please hit the like button for me, I would really appreciate it, by the way, and the subscribe button with the little noti bell, I would also appreciate that. Peace, 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 peace.